What's up, guys? This is Luchador Insane, and this is In the Pit with Josh the Mosh.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to the pit once again, Josh the Mosh. And let's just jump right into it like we do, because that's what we do in pits, right? We just jump in.
What's up, everybody?
Somebody's a little extra hype tonight.
Man, I'm so excited about tonight's show. This was. Oh God, see, I'm too excited.
Freaking shit.
This was a milestone for me. I've been waiting for this. I joined the pit like a couple months ago, and I was like, this is my interview that I want to do. So here we are.
Yeah, and that's kind of how things work behind the scenes, guys. Is like we have talks and like, oh man, I like this guy a lot, and I'm like, okay, I'll get him in the pit. And sometimes the reaction is like, what? And it's like, yeah. And then luckily they're super awesome people, and we just ask them, and then they come in. It's like amazing.
Ton of fun.
Cool. Well, let's get this rolling so we can get to it.
Let's get it going.
So let's go. We're gonna not have the usual. It's the usual order, but different segment. So let's bring in our ninja to start off the show like we do.
Justice for Breonna Taylor. That's all I want to start off. And I brought my crew with me to represent. So, and yeah, like Josh said, it's going to be a little different this week because it's not B Ninja's Woman of the Week. It's B Ninja's Women of the Week because this past Friday, I went over to Mission Pro Wrestling's Hell Have No Fury show. And boy, after sitting at home during these COVID times, I just miss being at a wrestling show. Not only seeing the talents, as you see in this picture right here, but just seeing everybody within our crew and everything. And for an all-women's show that is run by all women, I genuinely felt that they did a phenomenal job in regards of organizing an event and just elevating themselves to let them know that it's only at just the beginning, as Thunder Rosa stated in her promo at the end. So just gonna breeze through some quick highlights. There was a pre-show where Holiday defeated Jasmine Allure, and in the intro of the show, Baby D was the master of ceremonies, ring announcing and everything, and they did announce that next show, which is August 30th, they're gonna have a little brief tournament to crown the first Mission Pro champion. So that's gonna be for swell very well. So Avery Taylor showed out in the opening match, who, by the way, if you saw NXT last night, she was in that Battle Royal. So she's going places all over the place. We also see some victories over Promise Braxton and Killer Kate, defeating Jenna Lynn and Vert Vixen in a tag match. Vert basically had a little miscue with Jenna and Killer Kate and Promise, or as I like to call them, Team Orange is the New Black with the color schemes. Basically choked Jenna out and put him to sleep. And Maddie Rankowski literally more sass out of Red Velvet and got the win over her, proving that she is so salty that the Kardashians have been officially canceled. So she had to take it out on Red Velvet and got the win on that one. And one of my favorite highlights of the show was Big Swole and Rosa Negra having a little exhibition against one another. And those two did not disappoint. When you have Big Swole and her swole nanigans, you're going to get one entertaining. And La Rosa Negra is someone that Tommy have been vouching to come to Texas for the longest. And after 6 years, she finally shows up to Texas, and we got to showcase why she is indeed one true legend. And even though she got dirty dozen by Big Swole at the end, didn't get to see much of Rachel Rose and Elena Black because Tommy was fangirling over La Rosa Negra, which is no biggies. I mean, he's been vouching for her, and from what I saw, Elena Black got the W over the Queen of House Rose, basically showing her that season 8 of Game of Thrones sucked, but that's beside the point. Jenna Van Nussels debuted a new persona genocide, which almost looked like Argonos from Killer Instinct mixed with some Aztec, but she looked super intimidating against our own 18-year-old prodigy, Roxy, who, by the way, I get she young, but she needs to understand that you can't outpower someone who is basically 3 times the size.
His Vista's taking over. Windows Vista.
It's that Windows Vista that Brandon has. Man, this screenshot is the best too. There he is.
Just in time for the main event, because Lindsay Snow and the NWA Women's Champion Thunder Rosa put on a clinic, as they always did. And Lindsay Snow, who we had on our show a few weeks prior, she indeed showcased why she is the American Kaiju, and definitely so I'm happy that the women got to showcase what they got to showcase on that night, and I can't wait for October 30th. So definitely be down for some more Mission Pros. And if you guys missed the show, you can catch it on demand on TitleMatchNetwork.com or on their YouTube channel once they upload the matches. So you'll get to check out what y'all missed. But the women of Mission Pro Wrestling is B Ninja's Women of the Week.
Awesome.
Great recap.
Great selection. As you know, I mean, we were definitely pushing that show pretty hard too, so there was not going to be any arguments from our show.
Yeah,
but they were the women of the month and a half for us.
Yeah, long time.
Just saying. So. And they're going to continue to be. I mean, we're going to continue to support them. Maybe it might be from a little farther distance, but never going to stop supporting them.
Hey, especially with COVID, we kind of got to support each other from afar, you know?
Yeah, taking your cue, getting into the shadows, in and out of the shadows. That's where we might be.
Exactly.
How you do it? Is that the right way? I forgot. I'm not an ninja.
There it is.
Thanks, man.
But I can't do the ninja pose because it's all about what I got on my shirt right now. So, I don't want to hype too much about it, but I'm going to say justice for Breonna Taylor. And that is all. Keep hashtagging that shit. Peace out, y'all.
Great segment. Mission Pro. I heard that Mission Pro show was fire. Brandon's recap absolutely justified it.
Absolutely. What's this?
What's up, this?
Your boy, if you'd like to see that. And I saw this earlier and I hadn't put it up. I didn't want to step on the toes, but there's not been a truer statement ever made in the comment section for this show ever than what this right here. We cannot wait for Saturday. We're going to talk about it a couple times tonight. So.
We're going to talk about it a couple times.
But before that, thanks for my drink.
Let me get into my bit. We're running over. I only got a couple of things to announce. So in the world of deathmatch, some big news happened this week. ICW announced that No Holds Barred 7 was still it's taking place October 17th, but they are inviting new talent. And the first talent that they announced that was coming, it was a big time, was Neil Diamond Cutter is coming to ICW Holds Barred. He's going to take on Drexel, which I'm not super into Drexel as much as I am Neil Diamond Cutter, but really excited about that one. That one's going to be a bloodbath for sure. I can't wait to tell you guys all about it. Other big ICW news coming out of up north. They are actually going to run down to Tampa, Florida, and do No Holds Barred 8 in Tampa in November. Danny showed up this weekend at I can't remember the other show, sorry, but he cut a major promo. It was really cool. They announced they were going to run Pit Fighter and they were going to run a No Holds Barred in Tampa, so we can't wait for that. Super excited to see ICW head down south. Hopefully they'll come here one day and then we can cover some of that stuff live. Other big news. Matt Tremont versus Alex Colon was announced as a death match for GCW at the Collective. It's gonna be the last time. It's gonna be the last time that Matt Tremont is in GCW before he retires. He's gonna take on Alex Colon. Should be a banger. He's also gonna take on John Wayne Murdoch the night before at IWA's 24th anniversary show, which also this week a match got announced. One of my personal faves, Orin Vite, was taking on Eric Ryan. So I'm super stoked. Two guys I'm real high on are Orin Vite and John Wayne Murdoch. And we're going to be there live, front row, Baracho crew, in the pit media, covering all that shit at the Collective. That's my time for deathmatch. There were no big shows this weekend. but we got some stuff coming up. This Sunday we have double deathmatch tournament, so we're excited, and I can't wait to cover that.
Just for the record, that's another show that our media passes are going to be at. I think someone had made a comment about those. They said only if they were good for Emmy. That's multiple now. And counting.
I wonder what good they'll get me up there. I'm super excited. We're definitely all taking our stuff.
Oh yeah, cool. Well, you mentioned your Borracho crew, and so let's just go right. Let's bring in El Numero Uno of the Borracho crew.
What's up, guys?
Get into with that awesome background of those masks. It's just
Starting today, we got a few things to cover. So
lots going on down there in CMLL.
It's been an interesting week in Mexico with the Consejo Mundial de Lucha Libre. They're supposed to have their anniversary show tomorrow, but there has been more changes made. Apparently, a few wrestlers tested positive for COVID. Some being Lluvia, Princesa Sujei, Último Guerrero, and Bandido. But as the pit exclusive, we got access to some information that not everybody gets access to. So the thing with Bandido is that they didn't come to an agreement in the money matters. And Consejo Mundial was just like, okay, we're just going to say you had COVID.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's not it. Wait, there's more.
That's dirty, though. Like, he can't just say he's not going to make it. Like, no, he got COVID. Stay away from him, everybody.
Yep, that's
fuck everybody around him.
So, Último Guerrero worked a few shows for DTU. Actually, he worked a show for DTU. Then he was scheduled to work another show for DTU, where he was supposed to face Dr. Wagner. But Consejo Mundial told him you can't work those shows. So they made him drop out of the DTU show. And then they made him drop out of the next Consejo Mundial show. And just this week, they announced that he is out from the anniversary show. And guess what the reasoning is?
COVID.
Yep, he has COVID.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like, we don't have enough problems with fucking COVID. Like, we got to start making up shit about COVID.
Yeah, but there's more.
There's enough shit.
There's more. So,
there's more.
Yeah.
There's more.
So, Último Guerrero is dating this other wrestler named Lluvia, she was gonna take Princesa Sujei's place at the anniversary, but they said the same thing. They said she has COVID, and even before she was just getting home when she saw the announcement that she was off from the anniversary show, and she was just getting home from the clinic from getting checked, so there was no results yet. So Consejo's just being very, very shitty, doing bad business, and that's a no.
I mean,
to call yourself La Seria and Estable, the serious one, the longest one, the best one, you're putting your name like down here.
Yeah.
Like, you're losing credibility. Yeah, I think that's a word.
That's a word. You got it.
Yeah, and it's.
And they don't have it.
So now, Bandidos with ROH. So who knows how that's gonna work out for their partnerships that they had.
That's what I was about to ask you. So you read my mind. Like, being that Bandidos a big part of ROH.
Yeah.
They had a partnership. I mean, I wonder how ROH feels about them just saying, "Oh yeah, your guys have COVID too now because we're dicks and liars."
So yeah, I mean, I was gonna buy the.
Didn't ROH just have an event? They just had an event like the other day. They were advertising that they were changing ring mats between every matches. Was he at that? Did he get tested for that? Do you think?
I mean, I'm pretty sure he got tested over here in the shows because many promotions over here are demanding wrestlers to prove that they are COVID free. Even ICW is doing the same. GCW is doing the same.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure this is just bad business from Consejo Mundial, trying to make them look bad.
They think they're trying to save face that way too by like, well, we were gonna have them, but they had COVID. It wasn't because we're pinche.
Yeah. So,
so you know what I mean?
That's
motherfucker.
That's all we got for today. I'll probably update you with the results next week, but that's all I got.
I did, and so just real quick, we saw someone was here wanting to see the G1 recap. We will not have we're not heading to Japan this week in the pit, so you're gonna have to tune in next week for all that great information from Angel. Well, we've teased a little bit, and before I know we usually flow to Japan and then we come back through AEW and stuff like that. But as you can see on the ticker we have down here. Oh, and if you want to stay hanging, are you going to stay hanging, numero uno? You want to kick back?
Sure, yeah.
Stay for a little bit, because I think you might enjoy this too, since we're talking about lucha style and Mexico and everything. I have a promo that I was sent this morning.
Oh boy.
Because there was a match that we announced a couple weeks ago, and quickly in our intro, and he sent a little promo that even numero dos hasn't seen yet.
I haven't seen it yet.
Nope. And we're gonna wanted to. The suspense is killing me. I hope it lasts.
Killing me too.
Loading. Damn it, Brandon's Vista.
It's Brandon's Vista.
It's freaking slowing everything down.
I feel like internet in general lately has been slow. Like,
Amigos de Corpus Christi, les habla Insane para invitarnos este 26 de septiembre, sábado, el Friday, que va a hacer PPW y GCWA. Y además, crédito celestial. Una cosa, yo estoy preparado, así que véngase.
Somebody's ready for Saturday.
I had to twist my head to see that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that was pretty cool, because I don't know if y'all seen, if y'all follow Wrestle Vlogs, who's one of our good friends of the pit, had a promo from Príncipe Celestial who he's going up against. So that was his response, you know. And I mean, that doesn't fire you up. I mean, had the music rocking in the background.
Man, I'm so excited for this match. This match is easily, it's going to be lucha. It's going to be all over the place. Luchador Insane is absolutely going to create havoc, chaos. Príncipe Celestial doesn't stand a chance against Luchador Insane this weekend at the GCWA PPW Dives and Drive-In.
Reverse that. But
Wait, drive-in to dive. Sorry, I'm super excited, ramped up. I was reading. It's really small on my screen. I got all my notes up over here, guys.
He's so pumped. Like, Brad's kind of here right now, guys, but he's ready for the interview at the end of the show.
I've been in the house all week. I haven't gone anywhere. It's been raining. This weekend we're gonna get out. We're going to a drive-in wrestling show. It's gonna be nuts.
So just real quick, numero uno, before we head to AEW. So I mean, what's your? We kind of asked you a little bit about that, but now that you've seen, have you seen the promos between these two? You obviously just saw one. I mean, what are you thinking of this match? Got any insight for us, being our lucha expert?
Well, for what I know, Celestial is one of the favorite face guys in the South, in that area over there.
That area, yeah, he's the one that's known.
Yeah, but then we got the heel over here, the Central Boy. It should be a good match, you know. All styles of lucha are gonna clash together, and it should be a good one. People really need to keep their eye on these two guys.
I agree.
Right now, they will.
It's going to be fast paced. Like it's going to be off the wall from the moment the bell rings till the pin at the end or the submission. You never know. But those two guys are fast. They're both young and they're both ready to show off. And I couldn't be more excited for this match.
like the GCWA, I mean, they get hit up all the time wanting more lucha from their fans. And so whenever we had this partnership, and I was like, well, you remember all those times you were saying you wanted more lucha? How about, PPW will bring some lucha to your show.
I have a guy. Yeah.
Yeah, we know somebody. I always have a guy.
Yeah.
Right? You guys proven that. So cool. All right, man. Well, I appreciate hanging out a little bit more. We might bring you back, I guess, later if you want to.
Right.
I know you're a little bit of a fan of our guest tonight too. But right now, let's run it to bring in our AEW expert who is also having internet problems. So it seems to be the theme of the night, but we're rolling through like we always do. Melanie, how's it going?
So many internet problems. Hey guys, I'm on my cell phone this time because my internet is going in and out. But I wanted to bring you guys the latest and greatest from AEW. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, good. So we had just a couple of things from AEW. First off, they had 200,000 more viewers than NXT last night.
Yeah,
I mean, that is huge. I'd like to see what the numbers are going to be now that Miro has debuted, now that some of these other guys have debuted. I want to see what the numbers stand at. Now, on Tuesday, they had a late night broadcast. They still pulled in about 500,000 on that. And that was like late night. I mean, I think I watched it like at 11 o'clock, and it was only like a handful of matches.
Against NBA and basketball.
Exactly. So, I mean, these guys are still pulling some pretty decent numbers considering that they've been all over the place for the past couple of weeks. Like I mentioned, we got to see finally the debut of Miro, the best man, who teamed up with Kip Sabian. It's an odd pairing, but for me, it works. His character is more in line of who he is. He's this tough guy, but he's also like this gamer now, and he's just like, he's the YouTuber and Twitch guy, like with Kip Sabian. I'm totally digging this new persona. I love it. People are still chanting.
Real quick, before you go into another match, in one of these other groups, I saw a bunch of people complaining about him actually going by Miro as his name. They're like, I can't believe people are starting to use their real names, and this is trash. I mean, I'm sorry to bring that up, but when I saw it earlier, it's like I have to bring it up in the show so we can all say whoever says that needs to be fucking.
Yeah, go away with that, guys. Rusev is dead. He's buried.
They're like, it's a stupid name. It's like, it's his name. Like, it's his name.
And then all the fans that are screaming Miro Day, no, stop, let it die. No, I loved it when it was Rusev Day at a different company, but it's, he's the best man. Let's get on board with that.
Yeah.
Let's change that up.
Sorry. Okay.
So
back.
No, I'm all on board with Miro. I know. I loved it. I loved his whole. He was upside down. I was like, "What is going on?" I thought it was me for a second. So I'm digging it. I'm digging the whole Miro Day. I'm digging the best man. I'm digging his theme music. First of all, I might just rock that as a new tone, by the way, on my phone. So we got to see also Thunder Rosa teaming up with Shida, go against Diamante, and hello, Brian. How are you? and Diamante and Ivelisse. And as we expected, and as they hyped it up, that was a hard-hitting match. It was great. I mean, those four have not disappointed, and I don't think they will. They put on a good story. They put on a good match.
You put Thunder Rosa in any match, and that's going to be the result.
Right.
Exactly.
Every time.
Yeah.
And, if you guys are paying attention to the socials, which I know a lot of people are, Thunder Rosa did a little hint that she's free for the month of October.
I know.
And AEW and TNT went, oh, really?
Yeah, I popped when I saw that today. I was just like, I almost texted her.
I'm all over the socials, guys. I love the social medias and the little hints and stuff like that. I try to follow it all. I love it. We also got to see a different main event than what was previously scheduled because Lance Archer not only came in contact with somebody who was positive with COVID, but he also tested positive. So in the interest of obviously the company, he stayed where he was at and they fixed the main event, which was, come on, this is the main event people wanted as well. I mean, you're talking Eddie Kingston, who already wanted his title shot against Jon Moxley. These guys brawled. They brought the house down. I mean, what better way to end the night? Those guys, Eddie Kingston, you could hear those chops as clear as day as if you were in the arena itself. It was beautiful. He delivered. I loved it. And then last but not least, let's talk about who's back. The Cody is back. It's like Dark Cody. Dark Cody.
Which is
the
good.
blonde is gone.
Which
Absolutely. So we're getting like maybe. Yeah, I'm wondering, are we getting maybe Bullet Club Cody back? I don't know. So he brawled with Brody Lee last night, and that was great. It was a nice comeback. I loved the hair. I love it all. Last night's show was really well put together, and man, it just seems like some of those shows they put together just go by so fast. Yeah. Because you cannot wait for the next match. I love it. Yeah, but that's AEW, guys, in a nutshell.
Man, you just sound right through it. Now we're like ahead for once, the first time ever. We can talk a little bit more about that, but I think him coming back that way. I mean, I'm not gonna let you go quite yet.
No.
Actually ahead of schedule. I think based on how he lost the title, that made it just I think it's great storytelling for him to not be like changing persona, because you know what I mean.
Absolutely.
He got so handled. It's like, well, that ain't working no more. You know, let's step it up. You know, and
absolutely,
I'm excited. I mean, I don't know if y'all know, but I'm a huge Cody Rhodes fan, and then the times that I've met him on the cruise and hung out and spoke, like I'm a huge fan of his, like, and his interests me, everything. I'm a huge Cody Rhodes mark and have been since before that Stardust bullshit and all that stuff, like back then. Like I met him at WrestleMania 25, so how many years ago that was. And he was super cool. And then when I met him on the first Jericho cruise, he was like, I told him, I was like, I met him, and he even kind of acted like he remembered, because we did a little stupid thing, and then he did a promo for my little brother's birthday, like video, and he was just like, oh yeah, you're the guy. And I was just like, bullshit.
Oh, that's cool.
I told him, I was like, bullshit, you don't remember. And he's like, no, it was Mark. And I was just like, holy shit, like, you're cool. It's like we started talking, and then he started asking me questions. It was like, he's just so cool. Anyway, he's good and bad.
I'm loving it, and I love it that he came back stronger. I mean, I'm waiting to see what eventually happens, because I know it's not over between him and Brody Lee, and with Anna Jay and Brandy. So I know it's gonna hit like a pinnacle soon, I think, with the storyline. So I'm waiting to see what it is, because that's the one thing I feel like AEW's done very well, is the long-term storyline. Because when we first saw the Dark Order, it was kind of like, oh, what is this? What are you doing to Stu Grayson and Evil Uno? Come on. Yeah. And then it's evolved. Everybody was like, just wait and see. And now they're like the hottest thing right now in AEW. So, I mentioned it's called storyline, guys.
A few weeks ago, when we were talking about when they debuted at Double or Nothing, I think it was like the immediate chant was, who are you? And now, like, that chant ain't happening no more. Like,
no way.
Like, we're all everybody.
No way.
Dark Order, you know what I mean? Like, it's.
I mean, even number 5 and number 10, Alan Angels, and I can't remember the other guy's name, but 5 and 10. I mean, even they have a huge following. John Silver and Alex Reynolds, they have their own shirt. They're numbered like, they're 3 and 4. I mean, they have their own shirt. I mean, this tells you how big they're getting. Brody Lee, it works. He was actually that catalyst they needed to push him to the next level, and I think he did exactly that.
That put him, that put the rocket on their back, bringing in Brody to be the leader.
Exactly.
Well, even without Angel, I'm getting out of breath. Oh my goodness, I'm just still pumped. Cool.
Well, it's a wild show so far.
I know, and I will be there Saturday, guys. Here we go, rocking my minivan shirt too on Saturday. Look at this. Nice. I got my minivan shirt. Representing Sue and the best friends. There we go.
We lost her.
Long Johnson.
That's Brian.
Yep. So I'll be there Saturday. GCW. Excuse me.
You were part of me.
I was at what?
You were part of us, kind of like been pointing out how we can, since we're talking about that now, since you brought it up so conveniently, like we had it planned. But,
right.
yeah, Saturday show, we're gonna talk about it some more because
Absolutely.
our show, and we're pretty big fans of PPW in the pit. I think.
I am so torn in the women's match, guys. I'm so torn.
Well,
I don't know.
Talk that we've been kind of teasing at Gino because he's been radio silent. It was called out by my guy
and Chicken Gino.
So, guess who else sent me a promo? I mean, so I have released
another one. Oh, I'm excited! Oh my God, I haven't
seen it. Let me just go ahead and bring that up here.
Response to Hammerstone.
Like buffering.
Internet. It's awful.
All right, guys, but who's the true star of this promo? It might be Gino's hair.
Have you seen like that hair?
True. Gino was looking fierce.
Yeah, that might be the true star.
Here we go.
GCWA would have interested contacted me. One of your response for Alexander Hammerstone. He wants a shot at this. He wants a shot at me campeonato. Yeah, Hammerstone. For the short time that I was in Dynasty, all you guys did was talk about dang, coffee, whatnot, and honestly, I couldn't take it anymore. Too much. I don't deal with that. All I want is medal, championships, of course. I want to see that. So look, what I did learn was the way that you work. The little things that you do in that ring. I think I got you all figured out, Hammerstone. So you got it. If you want to fight, si quieres una pelea, you got it, hijo de tu. You got it, okay, Dynasty, bro. But you're not just facing me, you're facing gente de Corpus Christi, porque esa gente me apoya a mí. So you're here for a fight, man. You will find out por qué I'm not just the best here in Texas. ¿Por qué soy lo más chingón here in Texas? Porque soy lo más chingón en todo el mundo. So this Saturday, enseñaré por qué soy divino, Gino, and
Damn. I'm so excited for this show.
Such a good match. All right, Gino, let's back up that talk.
The dynamic of this main event and just how far it stretches. Like, this is a feud. These two have some unfinished business that we didn't know. And we're going to find out who wins this battle.
So now you can see it's official. I mean, we were pretty sure, but you never know. But it turns out Gino isn't third. Maybe he was just working on his hair. But
that's what it was.
The title match is official. Here's the poster. It's going down this Saturday.
This show is gonna kill. I'm telling you, this show is gonna kill, guys. If you guys got to get down there quick, get your tickets.
And we transition. We also see the women's match there, and the comments from the.
Oh, go Maddie! I know. I'm Team Maddie. Team Maddie. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Bert. I'm sorry, Jasmine. I'm sorry, Luscious.
Bert Vixen is our AAPW Women's Champ, and that's who will come out of this match victorious. She will show her skill, and if it couldn't be her, literally Maddie. But that's it.
Yeah, this is gonna be a tough match. I mean, Simply Luscious is gonna give it to all those girls. Yeah. I mean, she's the veteran in that ring, and she is not. Oh my God, those girls are gonna be in for a clinic with her. Sorry, ladies, but it's gonna be a hard-fought battle. Whoever wins.
So, I have even a little bit more of a surprise.
What?
Oh.
That match. It's not going to just be a fatal four-way.
What?
It's going to be an elimination match.
What?
Elimination match.
So there's only going to be one woman standing. I've been seeing all the bickering online and the inner fighting, and then the fans have their followings.
You don't even know. Like, this one has a lot of us divided. Like, even in our text messages, we were like,
And you know what happens in 4 ways is like, oh, well, my guy didn't get pinned, so he didn't really lose.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah. That starts all that.
We're getting a winner.
There's going to be a clear-cut winner. PPW's first ever champion is going to be a champion. We have to earn our stuff in PPW. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you don't get to get lucky and fall on somebody that was beat up by 3 other people. You know what I mean? Or 2 other people.
Wow, you're going to make them work for it. You're going to make those ladies work for it. Damn.
Another In the Pit exclusive.
If you're not watching The Pit, you have no excuse. This show has been full of cliffhangers. It's been full of spoilers. It's been full of breaking news. And we haven't even gotten to our high-profile interview yet.
Man.
This was a good pit.
Well, now I'm even more hyped up. Damn.
Yeah. So
I might have to rethink Team Maddie now. I may have to rethink that. I don't know. That changes things.
Wait a minute.
Sorry, Maddie.
How does Maddie have your vote if you think she can beat one of 3 people? But when she has to beat all 3, Maddie doesn't vote no more. Maddie,
I don't know.
Sorry,
Maddie.
So hard.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with my chance.
I feel like Maddie has. I don't know, guys.
I think Bert can.
I have no words right now. I have no doubt, but Luscious is the veteran. I think she can go. I think she can. Damn.
Ryan said.
Yep. The ring general
elimination match, because it truly is a match where everybody's got to either get pinned or you're
there you go.
Winner. It's the way that, see, we were fighting about this today too.
Jasmine, man, she's coming up. She's coming up hard. She's got the youth, she's got youth behind her.
Yeah,
she's gonna come up on them ladies.
I don't buy it. Jasmine's been feuding with Vert at AAPW and not getting the job done. I don't buy that she can come into this match and get the job done with 2 other people.
And it's a debut for her. She hasn't worked for GCWA either. Like, it's a debut.
I love you, Jasmine, but I'm a little hesitant because you got heat with Maddie and you got heat with Vert. I think they may be gunning for her.
Jasmine,
and if you guys don't know, check the socials, guys. There's some heat.
There is.
These ladies been feuding. So I don't. Woo.
This Saturday. It's
gonna be hot up in that ring, guys. There's so much heat. Hot.
That's all I got left.
Hot.
That's all I got left. Vehicle
We're
spots.
rolling out at 8:00 in the morning. The Baracho crew's gonna get down there early. We're gonna be doing all the crazy shit, and then man, I'm gonna be nuts in that crowd. I know that.
Yeah, guys, and don't mind me if I mark out to Joe Alonzo because I've never seen him live, so just a little bit.
Yeah, we're definitely gonna make fun of you for that one.
Yeah, Joe Alonzo will be there. We'll recap a couple of the things at the end of the show, but yeah,
cool.
I might have to get my sign that says "Fuck Joe Alonzo."
There you go. He'll love it, and might tear it up.
I'm cool with that.
He might tear it up. He might sign it. You never know.
Yeah, exactly. Know. It's 50-50.
He's one of the most unpredictable talents. And y'all don't even know.
That reminds me to make a note not to forget the thing that I want to bring.
Oh, another thing you guys are hyping me up for. Now I want to know what it is.
Now y'all really can't miss this show. We got so many surprises. Main event, co-main event are now official.
Wow.
Versus champ. PPW's first ever champion is going to be crowned in the women's. What else, guys? Buy your tickets. Let's go. Weather's going to be great.
It's going to be a real sunny day. I'm looking forward to it.
Yep. Cool. Load up the minivan, guys. Head on south.
There you go. Pile in the middle. Yeah, pile in the car. We turn to the vehicle now.
Exactly.
Awesome. Thanks, Mel.
All right. Thanks, guys.
We'll see you Saturday.
See you Saturday.
Man, I'm so excited about this show, Josh.
Well, shift gears back to your other excitement, because
I'm ready for this. I'm ready for this.
I believe we're the first time ever we are on time.
We're on time. I know, it's right at the minute. Let's do it.
Right at the minute, and we're introducing our guest, the fighter of bears himself, is jumping into the pit with us.
How's it going, guys?
Dimitri, how are you, sir?
I'm doing fine. Is the video fixing itself like it did earlier, or is it all right?
It'll probably catch up.
All right, okay.
It's warming up, but the sound is coming through great. So
excellent. Good.
And without a surprise, I'm gonna let Mr. Numero Dos here kind of lead you into the interview, because he's been so stoked for this interview for over a month. Like, as soon as I first talked to you, he's been stoked. I told him, and he was just like, so the floor is yours.
Don't forget to bring his other big fan back in here when you got a second, Josh.
Yeah, when he wasn't on camera. I'm waiting for him to get back.
Cool. So Dimitri, what's been up with you lately, man?
Man, I've been on a great roll as of late. I'm doing pretty good. You know, I just won the 2020 Ryder Cup. Pretty excited for that. Just won the All-Star Heavyweight Championship up in Oklahoma City. So, you know, it's been a pretty good, last 2 weeks, I'd say.
Yeah. What was it like for you winning the Ryder Cup?
Man, so I've been working with this company. First off, Wrestling for a Cause is a nonprofit company that helps a lot of kids and families that have cancer, especially childhood cancer is a real thing they've focused on. This tournament was started because the first kid we ever started helping, he passed, and we wanted to have some kind of, remembrance of him. So, I mean, it was like a huge deal to actually win that. Very emotional. Took on a lot of very good talent. I had probably the hardest tournament route. I took on, Kurt Gannon. I took on Luke Langley, who is I stand by this. Luke Langley is a secret that needs to be exposed to the rest of the United States. He is so easily good. Everyone likes to. Nothing against his partner Graham Bell. But at Graham Bell, you see a lot more out places with the bazooka and everything. But Luke, just an insanely perfect technical wrestler, and I wish more of him. And then, of course, in the finals, I took on a good friend of mine, Wesley Crane, and for better or worse, we just beat the ever-living crap out of each other, and I love that, man. So
that's awesome. I was super stoked to hear about you winning the Ryder Cup. We had got to see you a couple days earlier at Heavy Metal. We won't give away the results because they're not out yet. But,
oh, okay.
Super excited for you.
Yeah, man, it was definitely a checklist I wanted to do for Oklahoma at least.
Nice. So you're actually the only talent I know, other than I know Wesley wrestles up there. But what's wrestling like in Oklahoma versus Texas?
It is very Wild West. There are some guys that are very comfortable in their bubble and do not like traveling as much. Some of them, they can stay where they are, I'll be honest. But there's a lot that should get out more because they have something. We've gotten a few of them out a little bit. Tommy Dean is a guy up there who we brought down to ACW once, and now he's been starting to go to Metroplex. He's definitely a guy that I think we could benefit from traveling more. There's one guy that we will never get out of that state, but he was the guy, his name's John Cross. He is a guy that was that has had talent fed to him. He's wrestled Chris Hero, he's wrestled Roderick Strong, and all these guys, they told him after wrestling him, you should be more places. You could get signed to Ring of Honor tomorrow. And he's like, I don't like traveling. But he's that good, where he's had both of those guys tell him, like, you should be doing this. And he's like, I like being near my dogs every night. I'm like, that's insane, man.
So, like, how does that make, like, you guys feel? Like, have you seen anyone, like, react to him negatively because of that? Because there's so many out there that would kill for opportunities like that. And he's kind of like, meh.
There's definitely a group of guys in Oklahoma, myself included, who are little, we kind of took it as, a little bitter with it. But it kind of made us want to try harder just to show him what we could do,
Yeah.
Like,
the right way.
Go about doing it and show him that, like, imagine it. It's almost like we almost kind of want to inspire him to do it. But at this rate, it's not going to happen. We're just going to show him that we can do it better. That's all.
Nice. And I see you started wrestling. Brought the Pimp House back recently.
Oh yeah, man, and that is currently interesting. My God, I'm gonna pull back the curtain a little bit here.
Yeah.
Faden, love him to death, drives me absolutely insane. I love and hate him. This is shoot. Like a brother to me, legitimately like a brother to me. I love him, but my God, if he wants to constantly change our name, wants to constantly change our theme music, and he's like, "Oh, it doesn't fit us, man. It doesn't fit us." I'm like, man, it's kind of fun. It's wrestling. Have fun with it, you know. How are you going to explain a hacker guy and a Russian bear fighter are friends any other way except we're pen pals, man?
Yeah.
Anyhow, I'm just going to rant about this because he wants to change our name. So, anyhow, I'll bury him on TV, so it's fine, whatever.
Well, that's cool. I mean, to see you make it all the rounds lately, it's been really cool. I personally got to see you come up and Inspire last year. It was my first time seeing you. Just watching you just in that circuit has been a lot of fun. My personal favorite matches that I saw you in, though, were one at Inspire last September, but the other one I really want to talk to you about was against Masada in the deathmatch tournament last summer.
Yeah, that's a. I'll be completely honest. That's the second time wrestling Masada. The first time was last second on an ACW show.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a death match, but it was more just a hardcore match. It still ended with the skewers in my head.
Right.
But I'm a little biased. I like that first one more because I didn't get drug around by barbed wire, and
Yeah.
I can attest that is far more painful than it looks.
Yeah. So how did it go about you getting into the deathmatch tournament in general? Was that something that you wanted to do, or did they approach you?
They approached me with it, and honestly, I told myself I didn't know if I wanted to do deathmatch wrestling at first. It was always kind of this thing that my trainer had. I've been trained by Brian Breaker. He's very all Japan heavyweights and Noah, very much his style. And we always kind of kept deathmatch wrestling as a taboo. So when I kind of got into it, I was like, I kind of sent a message. I was like, sorry, I want to do this. This sounds fun, you know.
Yeah.
And I definitely haven't got my fill of it. It's kind of an adrenaline rush that I'm a little bit of a junkie about. So there's definitely a few more of them I'm gonna have before I'm all said and done with it.
Yeah. Anybody in particular that you think you'd like to take on right off the bat?
Casanova Valentine, hands down.
Fuck yeah, man.
Casanova Valentine, hands down. I'm saving that one. It's been for sure one I have to do. I have to. I love Cass. Of course, he's MC Death Bear, man. I have to.
Yeah.
I have to beat that guy. And another one is a guy of mine I came up in. Mance Warner is a guy. A good friend of mine from before he was anything. I definitely want to at least a match, if not a death match with him. I think that'd be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
All right, throwing you some love.
What's up, El Rayo?
I'm happy to hear you. I'm happy to hear you say that. That's a big to me. I love deathmatch wrestling in general. I love all forms of wrestling, but deathmatch is always one that's been close to my heart. So it's nice to see that you're going to give it another venture. Anything? Is there anything in deathmatch that you wouldn't do? Like, is there any spot, like any weapons or anything? You're like, nah, not that.
I think the only thing that's ever really gave me the heebie-jeebies is like the syringe through the cheek.
Ugh.
Maybe that, and
Okay.
some feet violence is kind of weird to me. I don't know if I'm into that feet violence where someone takes a boot off and then they're slamming you into tacks or glass. You know, I don't want to be picking glass out of my foot after a week. You know, that's about the only thing I can think of with that. But everything else, man, I don't mind it. Fire's cool, sure. I wish we could do electrified ropes, man. That's the coolest thing. I always loved watching those old FMW matches with Onita and Terry Funk and all that, you know. But hey, it is what it is.
What was the most painful weapon using you at the deathmatch tournament?
At the deathmatch tournament, I'd say getting drugged by the barbed wire in my hair. That just sucked. Just because it was kind of a hair thing. In general, the most painful thing I've been hit with in deathmatch wrestling, I got hit with a chair that was wrapped in barbed wire, and that just stuck in my back extra bad. So it kind of had a weird little to it when it came out, and that was just like it bothered me a little bit. But I guess that, man. Honestly, I've taken worse bumps than I have the deathmatch stuff, and I don't want to jinx it.
Right.
But yeah, I've just taken some probably more painful bumps than some of the deathmatch weapons I've taken.
Very cool.
Nice.
So I wanted to know more about you running with Excessive Violence. Like that's kind of a stable that you guys have been running with for a long time. Like how do you like those guys? How do you like working with those guys in the different promotions?
Love Sky. Sky De La Cremosa. He's a guy that needs to get out there more. Definitely he could do. That guy has an insane tolerance for pain, and I don't think people realize that yet. Like, he needs to be doing major death matches. The guy that's his big thing. He wants to work all the big names. He wants to work Nick Gage. He wants to wrestle Cass. He wants to take on all of them. Neil Diamond Cutter. He wants to be in those tournaments where he comes out and his shirt that was white at one time is now red. That guy needs more. And then Wesley Crane, love him to death. Love him to death. He's great. He's got a few death matches he wants to do actually, but no one brings it up with him. He's got those mallets and stuff. He says he'll take mallets to the head with with the nails in there. I mean, the guy definitely wants to do some. And then of course, technically we have Faden in there, but he's only been there for like one match with Excessive Violence. And we've had, I think Silver was there one time, but we introduced Alabama, who's changing her name. I can't call her that anymore. She's changing her name. I don't know what it's going to be yet. So, but she is one tough girl. Obviously, you saw her at the deathmatch tournament. She's got some things coming up with death matches that's going to be absolutely insane.
Have you guys thought about trying to book just the three of you in a death match and just letting the three of you see what you can do to each other?
Man, I've been wanting that for like a year. I would love that. I worked Sky in a hardcore match for, I think it was 2 years ago at ACW, and we went through we went through a huge old table spot of them stacked on top of each other. That was fun. But not a death match, but I won a death match with them. That'd be a lot of fun.
Very cool.
So with all these, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Who's got it?
I was deferring to him mostly on this one, but I just like to chime in every once in a while to hold my own. Or earn my keep, I should say. So all these ones you've been putting over and guys that should get out more, and let's bring in people that are signed to the big companies. Like, who out there is your ultimate number one dream match of any kind? Now,
of any kind?
Past, now, anytime. Like,
man, okay. If it was like currently, guys, the guy who I love watching the most right now in any of the big scene is Shingo Takagi. I think Shingo Takagi is just an absolute monster of a guy. I love his matches. I've been loving his matches since early Dragon Gate and then Dragon Gate USA. Love that guy. I love that he got out there. I actually used to have arguments with friends who would say he could never go to a big show because he's such a small guy and it would be exposed. Guys, that guy is so strong. It does not matter. He will just run through you. I love it.
And so if we go all time, like
all time,
like I like to know just.
I mean, I'd love to wrestle Bruiser Brody if he were still alive, obviously, because I love Brody. He's in my top 5 forever. I would want to wrestle him this one, but I don't know how it would go. My all-time favorite wrestler is Dan O'Brien, Bryan Danielson. I would love to wrestle him. Obviously, he still wrestles, but that's in the big leagues and everything. But he's my all-time favorite wrestler, hands down. Met him he's actually the reason why I'm in wrestling now is because I met him at a show when I was 15 years old in 2005, and that is like he touched me at that moment, and it's forever stuck with me. So
over 15 years ago, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's why I kind of always do that kind of question, so I can kind of dig into the why are you a wrestler or were you a fan first kind of thing. That always leads right to it. So.
Oh yeah, I have a weird how I got into wrestling, man. It's kind of weird not even how I started liking wrestling is weird to me. I originally got into liking wrestling because I didn't know that Sergeant Slaughter was a real person. I thought he was always just a cartoon on G.I. Joe.
Right.
I saw a commercial that was like for Superstars on the USA Network, and it had Sergeant Slaughter at the end yelling at you, and that's in order. And I'm like, he's real? what is this? So then I watched that show and I was like, oh, this is just like a fighting game in real life. And then my parents, because we're foreign, we had satellite for like 2 years of my life, and I would get the big TV guide in the mail, and I would go through the satellite TV guide, and I found this European channel that had this show called New Japan Pro Wrestling. And mind you, I'm like 4. I changed the channel and I get to it, and the first thing I see is I think it was Great Sasuke wrestling Jushin Thunder Liger, and I said, "Oh, this is a fighting show with superheroes." So I was just enamored by that, and then I started watching that, and then we lost it. But then I found WCW, and then it kind of just happened.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Just kind of dove into the fandom.
I also did not know that Sergeant Slaughter was not just a G.I. Joe.
Well, I guess I'm a little older than y'all because I knew they didn't have the cartoon yet.
Oh yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure the cartoon was old when I was a kid, so I was like, it's kind of rerun stuff.
Yeah, I remember when it debuted. So thanks for that.
Much love.
Who's on the scene that you haven't got to tag with that you would love to tag with?
Oh, I love to tag with. Weird tag teams. Let's see. My God, tag partners is always a weird thing for me, because I've had so many tag partners in the last few years. I try to lock down one, and then it seems like I keep getting different ones. Tyler Jett and Schaefer and all those guys. Man, who have I not tagged with that I'd like to tag? This is you. You know what? I want to tag. I want to tag. I want to do some intergender tag team wrestling. Oh, Ruben. Yeah, I would tag with Ruben in a heartbeat. I want to wrestle Ruben in a death match. That's another guy
I want to see that. I was mentioning that too.
I didn't even think about Ruben. I would love to tag Ruben, and we would just both be Bruiser Brody the whole time to people. That would be amazing.
That would be a good one. I like that. That one's got to happen, actually.
I need to find a partner, but I would love to do some intergender tag wrestling. I would like to do that. That's something I'd like to do, but I got to find the right partner for it. It can't just be anyone.
Yeah, you can't just pick anybody out of the locker room, right? For that.
Yeah.
Gotta be right. I'm learning things too. I'm as a new promoter. I'm also taking notes whenever we interview all this talent. I'm like, hey, that's what really cool notes. Maybe you can make a PPW with,
I would love to. That'd be awesome, man.
He sits there and acts like I haven't been texting him that shit since the longest time that he texted me about PPW.
That's my idea. I'm a genius. What are you talking about?
He's genius. Mind of wrestling there.
So on the other side of the question, then, like, who's somebody that you haven't worked with on the scene, like now, that you would love to work with? Like somebody that, and even if it's just like outside of you, I'm not talking about big leagues. I'm talking about more like indie scene, this level.
Indie scene. Who and I've never worked. Well, let's go with Texas real quick.
Okay.
I won a one-on-one with Fuego del Sol before he gets out there. I know that guy's gonna be signed in the next year. I love Fuego. Next week. Yeah. Oh, he's your guest next week?
Yeah. Yep.
Sorry, I want to get a one-on-one with him before he's gone, because he's gonna be gone and he's gonna make a lot of money. That guy's great.
Yeah.
Another one I've never worked. I actually really want to work Jerome Daniels, JD Griffey. He is great, great guy. I've been learning a lot from him for the past few weeks, and definitely want to work him. Outside of Texas, man, it's like it's a who's who. I'd love to get in the ring with Alex Shelley. Now that Chris Yo's free, I'd love to get in the ring with him. Let's go. If you want to go smaller time, Kevin Koo and Dominic Riveri. I want to work both of those guys. I think they're so good. Another one, Eric Stevens. That's a guy who I remember watching back in the day, and I thought he'd never come back to wrestling. Then sure enough, he did. And that's one I want to work really bad. Kylie Ray, I really want to work her. I love, like I said, I'm really interested in intergender wrestling, especially because I think I've never had an issue with it, but I never get put in those situations. I've only had 2 intergender matches and then a few scrambles with women, and I think it's awesome. I think it's such fun wrestling. I would love to wrestle Gary J. I almost got to wrestle Gary J at the last Bizarro Lucha show. His opponent he was supposed to wrestle Dark Sheik, and she couldn't make it because it was the start right before COVID really took off, so she was a little afraid to fly, and they ended up choosing Bastard Cassidy, who then became huge.
Yeah.
Who became huge after that match with Gary J, but it was between me and him, is what I heard, and then they ended up choosing Bastard, which good for him. I love Bastard. Bastard Cassidy is a guy I really want to work. We would just beat the ever living hell out of each other. So.
Yeah, I saw you hyping him a while back. I actually was just checking him out because you were hyping him, and he does look like he has a pretty good a good game. I'd love to watch some more of that too.
I've known that kid since he was 12 years old.
Really?
I adore him. He's only 19. That kid is 19 years old. He's a big boy. He is already working great names. He worked Filthy Tom Lawler. He knocked his leg out entirely in the first 5 minutes of working Filthy Tom Lawler, and went 15 with the guy. I mean, the kid's got heart. So
yeah, he does. And he looks mean. Like, I like his look. His look is different than other looks.
Boss Baby, man. He looks like Boss Baby. Always give him credit for that.
Awesome. So another, to kind of spin off that, are there any promotions you haven't gotten to work at that you want to work at?
Are we just talking Texas or as a whole?
As a whole. This is your question to answer.
That was my question here. I would love to work for St. Louis Anarchy. That's one I would love to work for. Black Label Pro.
Yep.
That's another big one for me. I really, really am trying to convince Faden to stop being an idiot so he and I can try to work the Fest Wrestling, because they have that Love Cup tag team tournament. I really want to be a part of that. That's something that's like a big checklist for me.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Those are the big three right now. Obviously it's really hard to, like, I can drive these places, but it's really weird right now with COVID and how, like, certain people are getting booked and everything. You have to prioritize who's your main talent and everything. It's definitely hard to get your foot in the door a lot in new places like that.
So what's it like for you then on the scene with COVID? Because I know that you guys are working and you're trying to stay safe, but you're trying to work itself. So what's that like for you as a wrestler with all that going on?
Every chance I get, I'm trying to get tested. And also, a lot of locker room. It's very easy just to be all big buddy, bro hugs and everything in locker rooms. I'm very much that kind of guy, but I'm walking around with 1 or 2 hand sanitizers in my bag all the time. I'm getting ready. A lot of these companies, thankfully, I've been working for, they are doing temperature checks. I know that's just a mild thing you could be doing, but at least it's something. Just trying to stay healthy, as best I can with everything that's going on.
How scary was that first decision for you to make of saying, like, okay, I'm going to go wrestle a show?
I'm ready, man.
I think I was so stir crazy at the time. I was almost like, I didn't think of it until I got there. And then when I got there, it was like, wait, what the hell? All right, so mask up, get everything going. I think I had some plastic gloves in my bag. I was just like, what am I doing? And I was kind of asking a lot of questions then. I was like, are we sanitizing after every match? Are we doing this? Are we doing that? So it just kind of like, at first I wasn't thinking about it until I got to the venue. And then it just all of a sudden hit me at once.
Wow.
I was so like, let's wrestle, let's do this. And then you just like, okay, wait.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
Numero uno, I'm probably sitting there waiting to ask something. You ask to join.
He's on assignment. Numero uno's been on assignment. I texted him something while you guys were talking, and he's been preparing something for the go home segment.
So the bear fighter gimmick, where do you come up with it? How was that created?
Okay. I love doing this. Okay, so I'm first generation American, first and a half. My family, aside from my mom being a love child of what happens when a American soldier and a Russian nurse fall in love and then sneaks her over, my whole family is Russian. So my great uncle Ivan, the Alexandrov name comes from my mother's side. Ivan Alexandrov is my uncle. I loved him to death. He unfortunately passed away at 98 years old the year I got into wrestling. He's gone through a very hard life of everything, every Russian stereotype you could think of. He's been in gulags, he's been in wars. The guy's had a hell of a day in life. Is the whole reason why I made this character, though, was because him and I used to have this joke. First off, let me paint a picture. This man is 6'5", a giant beard, never went gray, never went white. He's only gray beard. So interesting. But the guy would always sit there, drink vodka straight, and just sit there and be like, Your friends are all bullshit idiots. They know nothing. And I would deal with that all the time. So here we go. Let me just get these. So I would go to Ivan, and I'd be like, Ivan, back in the day, it was really hard growing up, I know, in your life. Your whole family, there was only one pair of shoes amongst the household. And you had to choose someone in the household to wear those shoes and go out in the snow. And they sit in snow for many, many hours. Well, during this time, you grow body hair, you grow facial hair, you have all the hair over your body, but you sit in snow, okay? So then when bear come along, bear think, oh, look, he's another bear. And bear get close to you, grab her by its waist, you pile drive it, break its neck, feed family of 5 for 2 whole months. But bear is the vindictive animal. Bear is very sick in the head, if you will, okay? So one day, bear realized he put a hat on. It looked like every other Russian. Now bears use this not to just simply eat Russians and stuff. No. Bears, cause uprising and revolution and uprising. No, there are 2 famous bears. You know what their names were? Stalin and Lenin. You see, bears created communism to get back at us Russians and make our lives miserable for killing them for years. And that is where the joke came from. And because of that, that's why Dimitri Alexandrov is Dimitri Alexandrov. I used to tell him that joke for like 20 years of my life. So
I like it.
That's so great. It's just like, man, I'm like, yeah, that's so great. Good question.
Yeah, I love my uncle, and I'm very proud of my heritage, and I really wanted to do something different than just let's do the by the numbers Russian gimmick that everyone had seen.
Right.
And I'm very much about trying to push a positive image with the Russian character. I get it that it's very easy just to say there's the Russian, he's the bad guy, and I'm trying not to. I'm trying to do something totally different, and trying to be a positive role model for plenty of Russians out there. It's we don't need to have this crazy Cold War talk anymore. I know we like to talk about Russian hackers and all this stuff like that, but at the end of the day, this is my this is my heritage, and I want to put the best foot forward with it. No,
I love that. It's a great point because the Russian gimmick, like immediately as soon as you find out that someone is Russian, you immediately think 80s Hogan battles, like all of that, and it's just like everybody's different, like learning all the different wrestling forms. But that's a really good point. You don't hear a ton about Russian wrestling, so it would be really cool to see that kind of hit the map, like because I think everybody's different region of wrestling, even though it's different, is really cool.
Yes, I don't think I can go wrestle in Russia anytime soon though, because I might have pissed off a world leader. So.
Well, it happens. I think we've all done that a time or two. At one point.
I'd like to say I'm the only wrestler banned by a world leader on some kind of platform, so that's pretty cool.
I love it though. That even more builds the gimmick.
I mean, if you want to get down to it, I guess my 2 rules of life is just be a good person and fuck Vladimir Putin. So that's all I gotta do.
That's awesome. Sorry, I usually can keep it together better, but that was good.
I didn't ask if I could swear. I'm really sorry if I broken some rule with that. I should have asked way before.
We usually make it clear that we don't give a fuck what anybody says in the pit.
Beautiful.
So you're totally okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, we don't give a fuck. We haven't been yet. We've been on almost for a year, so we haven't been kicked out.
Knock on wood. Oh, I actually just pissed my dog off. Knocking on wood.
The dog now. The dog doesn't like swearing.
The dog doesn't like swearing, I guess. She's okay. Oh, calm down.
So one last question that I wanted to make sure that I got in is what's next for Dimitri Alexandrov?
Well, with this, obviously this year's kind of been scrambled up, if you will, with everything. I had a few opportunities that were coming up that obviously got diminished. I had that match with Stallion that I missed out on, and now he's signed. Kudos to Kurt Stallion. Love that guy. You know, it's kind of like trying your best to get everything going again. Obviously, you know, Ryder Cup is good and the All-Star Championship is good, but I want to finish the year strong. With 2021, there's some things already kind of, you know, getting lined up and everything. I'm going to travel a lot more. I've kind of told myself I do love the Texas scene, but I would like at least 1 week in a month constantly traveling and trying to open up more doors for myself. Not just staying in a bubble, you know, as much as I do love this scene, I need to get out there more. I need to express myself. And obviously, you know, I am a crazy man when it comes to driving. I will literally drive anywhere. So yeah. I just kind of want to show everyone that.
Very cool. Very cool.
Cool. Well, then I guess it's that time then. It sounds like.
It's that time.
Is there going to be a twist to this, Numero Dos, that I don't?
I'm gonna introduce it. So this is what we call the go home segment. This is how we close off our interviews. Basically, what happens is Josh and I each prepare 10 random questions. They're either yes or no or short answer, and they almost always have nothing to do with the wrestling. However, the catch, since me and Uno are both such big Bear Fighter fans, there's going to be 3 of us in the go home segment tonight, and he has also prepared 10 questions. So I'll start, and then Uno will go, and then Josh will go, because Josh always closes it out with a very traditional last question. So if you're ready, it's time to go home.
Let's do it. Take it home.
The person has got the last question right so far. We'll talk about that later.
No one's got the last question right? All right.
Yeah, everybody's gotten it just fine, except for one guest that we had.
It's a fight. You'll get it.
All right. Here we go. Dimitri Alexandrov, what is your favorite color Starburst?
Pink.
Okay.
Favorite taco meat?
Oh, my God. Oh my gosh, just beef, I guess. Let's just go beef. I'm so bad about this.
Okay.
What's a funner way for countries to settle their differences besides war?
Obviously wrestling.
What is the capital of Idaho?
Oh my God, I don't know actually.
Boise.
Okay, that was my go-to. Yeah, it's the only place I know in Idaho. I'll be honest.
Yep. Could be wrong.
If you were a luchador, what would your name be?
Oh my gosh, I actually had this years ago. Oh my God, oh my gosh. You know what? This is a good one actually. I'm terrible at Spanish. It's like third language. So let's figure this out. Probably. Man, I wish I had something like El Dandy, but that's the coolest name ever, and I can't ever get that up. Jesus Christ. Oh my God.
You broke him.
So see what happens when we add an extra for the go-go segment? You break it.
You got me here, actually, on this one.
We got
obviously El Rayo. No. No.
You could be El Rayo.
No, I'd be Real Rayo.
All right. If you were transported to 400 years ago with no clothes or anything at all, how would you prove you were from the future?
Oh, I'd probably just I'd show someone a modern sambo technique. I don't know. I doubt that will work, but or probably just make fire. I don't know.
In your own personal hell, what movie is playing on repeat 24/7 in every room you're in?
Oh my God. Steel Magnolias.
Oh. Juan?
Okay. Elephants or hippos?
Oh, elephants. Hippos are more dangerous, but I think elephants are cooler looking.
Most bizarre thing you've ever eaten?
Oh, tarantula.
Would you rather fight 10 bears with knives or 20 bears with spoons, but they aren't as smart as the bears with knives?
Give me the bears with knives. I'll take them on. I don't care. I ain't scared.
That's a man right there. I appreciate that.
Who's your favorite Power Ranger?
Ooh.
Oh man. So growing up, it was Billy, but I think it later evolved into Tommy when he was Green Ranger.
Nice.
What magical power do you wish you had?
Teleportation.
Oh, wow. Okay. Off the top of your head, give me a cheesy pickup line.
Let's do. Oh God, your daddy must have been a thief because he stole the stars from the sky and he put them in your eyes.
Nice.
Killed it.
Blonde, brunettes, or redheads?
Brunettes.
Ooh, good answer.
If you could trade lives with anyone in the world, who would it be?
Oh my gosh. Is like their whole life. I get to live their whole life. Arnold.
Yeah.
Arnold, man.
All right.
Good luck.
Have you ever truly convinced someone that a different person farted when it was actually you?
Oh God, no.
Oh, boy.
I'm way too potent. I can't hide that.
Go on.
Okay. Who finished first a 500 pieces puzzles? Blue Demon Jr. or Dr. Wagner Jr.?
Well, Dr. Wagner, I like him more. Plus, he's got a PhD, obviously, so he can do this.
Better odds. Is there a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow?
No, I checked.
Ooh.
Everybody, note that down.
Do you give pet names for the women you date, or is it just straight up first name basis?
I think it turns into. I think I ironically use babe as like, oh come on, babe, and it's definitely more of as a demeaning thing, and then we end up like fighting with it. But I think that's about it.
Favorite beer?
No beer. Been alcohol free for now. It's about 6 years, almost 7 years. So.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Very cool.
Do aliens exist?
Oh, absolutely.
You're right. Correct.
Absolutely.
Who is an overrated actor?
George Clooney.
I like that.
What's your favorite ice cream?
Mint chocolate chip.
Would you rather your only mode of transportation be on a giraffe or a donkey?
Oh man, I love donkeys, but the story you could tell with the giraffe, man, I'm going with the giraffe.
Exactly.
A bear fighter on a giraffe. I see it.
I'm running at you with these.
Dodgeball or kickball?
Ooh. See, I'm not one of those kids who feared these classes when they came up, for like gym class. I like both of them. I'd say kickball because I can probably get a full team of that. Everyone's gonna, kind of be upset about dodgeball, I think.
Okay.
All right. Onita versus Funk, hair versus hair in an electrified barbed wire exploding bomb match. Who wins?
What's the company?
Let's say GCW put that show.
Oh man, it's just like this time and date. Is it like Terry Funk, who's 70 years old?
Let's say at their prime.
Prime, okay, primes. I'm still going with Onita. I think he politic his way into winning that match, and I think Terry be a good enough sport to be like, all right, pal, I guess I'll do it. So.
That was so cool. We got a Terry Funk impersonation. That's cool.
I've got a lot of them.
Would you rather be compelled to give high fives to everyone you met or give wedgies to anyone in a green shirt?
I'm a positive guy. I'll give high fives out, man. I like that.
No bullying. That's cool. We can.
All right. My last question. How do you like your steak cooked?
How do you like my steak cooked? Medium rare.
Do you like mariachi music?
Absolutely. Love it.
Yeah. That's almost mandatory. In the
Biss has the correct answer for that Onita thing.
That's very accurate.
All
Love
right.
mariachi.
Here comes the last question that we end the go home segment every week for 3 months.
Wait,
I say only one person's gotten it right.
before you ask him, he has to know.
No.
If he gives the wrong answer,
No.
he could
Just ask it. Don't give no.
two of his biggest fans.
No. Just ask him.
Do pineapples go on pizza?
I think they do.
Yes! But what?
I will not personally order them.
That's okay. That's okay if you don't like it.
I will not personally order them, but I think they have their place.
That's a yes. That's a yes. Josh?
I'm sorry, Josh.
Don't worry about it.
Personally, I am more of a chicken and spinach on a pizza guy. That's my go-to. It's on a thin crust, but I ain't hating on the pineapple. I'll say that. I'm sorry, Josh. I just lost my booking. God, this sucks.
No, you didn't.
I don't know why I keep doing this show. Like, I just don't know why.
Well, you were kind of like half right on this one because he said they go, but he doesn't like them.
No, I'd say yes. You're right. So yeah, that was wrong.
Ladies and
I'm
gentlemen,
angry now.
They definitely belong, but they're not my cup of tea. I'll say that.
You're a nicer person than I am.
What a great interview with the Bear Fighter. Thank you so much, Dimitri, for coming on.
Thank you, guys.
Man, it was such a pleasure. I was so excited about this. I really was.
He really was. I mean,
Well,
when I told him I talked to you and we had talked about it, he was just, yeah. Since then, he's been stoked. So thank you so much, man.
Of course.
We'll have you on
man.
again, hopefully. We'll see you maybe next year in PPW. We'll keep an eye on you as you're traveling around. And then we'll eat pineapples on pizza.
They can have all my pineapples. It's fine.
Cool, man. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
Later, Bear Fighter.
Thank you, guys.
What a great show this was. Oh, my God. Wow. Do you have something else, Josh?
It's like, what else, right? Like, man. What else? I got nothing else, man. Like I said, it's set. Like I said, it was a great show, great guest. But let's bring on one more time what's been on our ticker on the bottom. If y'all haven't been paying attention for the last hour and 22 minutes, tickets still available. We got limited spots. Main event is official. Women's match is an elimination match for the title.
That was a breaking news. No one knew that before tonight.
I mean, like I said, we had a good idea that Gino was going to accept, but it's official. Hammer's on his way, getting on a plane. He's going to be here.
Hey, put that comment up. Put that latest comment up. That one's especially for you. I agree with this one. Y'all, Josh has worked hard. GCWA has worked hard. We've all been waiting for this show. It is this Saturday. Get up off your ass and get down here and hang out with us. There's going to be enough of us in the crowd that you'll have friends. There's going to be enough action in the ring that you won't be disappointed. Josh, I'm proud of you, man. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of GCWA. I'm so excited for this show to happen. I cannot wait. I know the Baracho crew is rolling out at what time, Juan? Do we say 8 a.m.? Yep. We're going to go to bed early. We're going to get all our Z's because we're coming in hot and heavy on Saturday for this drive-ins and dives.
There it is. Got it right that time. Man, thank you guys. I mean, y'all know being friends and everything on top of this. Y'all know how long I've been fighting to get a PPW show of some sort out. And thanks to GCWA. Thanks, Biss. I mean, we're going to try our best to kill it. I don't know what to say, man. Come Saturday, you're going to see 38 years of being a fan of this beautiful sport that we all love.
Yep.
Is what it can turn into.
Yep. Nothing else to say. It's just time to do it.
That's it.
The countdown is on.
I mean, 2 more sleeps. Like, that's just so surreal for me to say.
Yep.
2 more sleeps. And
we're in it.
Man, I've just been full of words and hyped up, and now I'm just kind of. This is our go home show, or whatever they call it. you know, like before a pay-per-view. Like, this is it.
This
So
is
next
the go home pit.
next week.